Are you wondering why it feels like you can never say no to your wife? We're about to shed light on this mystery. Join us as we dive into the subtle and not so subtle ways a narcissistic partner might manipulate you. 1. The spotlight shift. Imagine the stage lights dimming and a single spotlight suddenly illuminating your presence. This is how it feels when a narcissistic wife suddenly shifts her focus onto you, radiating warmth where there was once a chilly indifference. Your once aloof partner transforms, showering you with praise, laughter ringing like music to your ears, and touch as soft as silk. But this isn't a serendipitous change of heart, it's a calculated prelude to her ultimate request. With every honeyed word and tender caress, she's softening you up, crafting a perfect atmosphere where her upcoming petition seems like a natural extension of this newfound affection. The catch: the moment her wish is granted, the lights go out, and the affection often evaporates as quickly as it appeared, leaving you in the quiet afterglow, wondering if it was ever real. 2. The Curated Crisis. Here, the narcissistic wife creates or exaggerates a crisis to monopolize attention and resources. This crisis is often timed or presented in a way that maximizes its impact, ensuring she becomes the center of attention. It could range from a sudden financial emergency to a dramatic falling out with a friend. The key aspect of a curated crisis is its ability to shift the focus onto her and away from anything else. It's a calculated move to create a situation where denying her what she wants seems unthinkable. The aim is to stir a mix of urgency and chivalry in you, triggering an almost reflexive response to rush to her aid. 3. The Dreamweaver. Now let's shift to those nights when the conversation turns to dreams and futures. She becomes the Dreamweaver, painting vivid pictures of what life could be, and crafting narratives so enthralling that you feel like you're already living them. It's storytelling at its finest, where you're both the audience and the protagonist. But there's a twist. Every dream subtly centers around her ambitions. Maybe it's a new car that she insists will change weekend drives into adventures, or a house renovation she argues will be the envy of the neighbourhood. Her words are like brushstrokes on a canvas, each one carefully designed to draw you into a future where her wishes are the central plot points. She knows if she can weave her desires into the fabric of your shared aspirations, her battle is half won. It's not just about dreaming anymore, it's about planting seeds in fertile imagination and watering them with emotion until they grow into your shared reality, rooted in her desires. 4. The Guilt Gallery. Think about a gallery, but instead of art, it's filled with guilt. When a narcissistic wife seeks something, she escorts you down this memory lane, showcasing exhibits of her past sacrifices. Each deed, favour, or compromise she's made is illuminated like a prized painting, all to underscore a single message: you owe her. The air becomes thick with obligation as she recounts tales of her generosity, her flexibility, and the time she's bent like a reed in the wind for the sake of your happiness. Remember when I did this for you? She asks. This isn't just a walk through past kindnesses, it's a calculated presentation designed to evoke indebtedness. Her narrative doesn't just paint her as generous, it portrays you as in her debt, and the currency she seeks is your capitulation to her current whims. It's an artful emotional maneuver that leaves you questioning, how much do you really owe? 5. The Comparison Trap. The comparison trap is a deliberate trap set by a narcissistic wife in which she compares your actions to those of others in order to elevate her wants to necessities. John just took Maria to Paris, she might offhandedly remark, planting seeds of inadequacy and envy. It's not just a statement, it's a gauntlet thrown, a challenge to your role as a provider of happiness. Your relationship becomes an unwilling contestant in an imaginary competition where the grand prize is her contentment. These comparisons are carefully chosen, not just for their emotional weight, but also for their ability to disorient and push you towards fulfilling her desires under the guise of living up to a standard. It's a manipulative ploy, setting up a constant battle where you're always one step behind. 6. The Echo Chamber. When a narcissistic wife wants something, one of her go-to strategies is creating the echo chamber. This tactic involves surrounding herself with people who agree with her and reinforce her beliefs, often dismissing or undermining those who don't. It's like being in a room where all the walls echo back exactly what she wants to hear. In this chamber, her opinions are amplified, and any dissenting voices are drowned out. She may subtly manipulate conversations or social settings to ensure that she's surrounded by yes people, creating an environment where her views are constantly validated. This tactic not only boosts her ego, but also helps her to justify her actions and desires. For those around her, being part of this echo chamber can be disorienting and confusing, as it creates a distorted reality where the narcissistic wife's wants and needs are seen as the ultimate priority. Understanding this tactic is crucial in recognizing the dynamics at play and maintaining a sense of individual perspective and judgment. 7. Idolization. When a narcissistic wife wants something, she may temporarily place the person who can provide it on a pedestal. This person is showered with excessive admiration, praise, and affection, making them feel incredibly special and valued. However, this idolization is often a means to an end. It's like shining a spotlight on someone, but only as long as they play the role she wants them to. The moment they step out of line or fail to meet her expectations, they can quickly be devalued or discarded. This sudden shift can be jarring and painful, leaving the person confused and questioning what they did wrong. Understanding this pattern is important. It's not about genuine appreciation, but about manipulation. Recognizing this can help individuals maintain a healthy distance and not get swept up in the temporary glow of idolization, which is often fleeting and conditional. 8. The veiled threat. One subtle yet impactful tactic a narcissistic wife may use is the veiled threat. This isn't about overt aggression. Instead, it's a more insidious form of manipulation. It involves hints or suggestions of negative consequences if her desires are not met. These threats are often cloaked in ambiguity, making them hard to confront or pinpoint. For example, she might imply that not complying with her wishes could lead to a less harmonious relationship, or hint at withdrawing affection or support. It's like a dark cloud looming on the horizon. You can't quite see the storm, but you know it's there. This tactic can create an undercurrent of anxiety and uncertainty, compelling those around her to acquiesce to her demands to avoid potential fallout. 9. Selective Sickness. This maneuver involves feigning or exaggerating illness to gain attention or sympathy, especially when she wants something. It's a clever ploy. Who would deny care or a favour to someone who's unwell? The timing of these illnesses often coincides suspiciously with situations where she seeks to gain something or avoid responsibilities. For example, she might suddenly become too sick to attend an event she's not interested in, or need extra care when she wants your attention. This tactic plays on the natural instinct to care for a sick person, making it a powerful tool for manipulation. Recognizing selective sickness is crucial. It's about understanding the pattern and context of these illnesses. While it's important to be compassionate, it's also vital to maintain a balance and not get completely drawn into the narrative of illness she creates, especially if it repeatedly serves her interests. As we've explored the tactics a narcissistic wife uses to get her way, you might be wondering about your next steps. Consider watching How to Set Boundaries and Protect Your Well-Being to learn essential self-care strategies, or find out what happens when the narcissist loses control over you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights.